Hi YouTube, I'm Ali, welcome back to the channel. Right now I'm busy working on what I think is some really exciting content about game design. But while I had a few moments, I thought I'd circle back to a topic I touched upon in an earlier video about games that are reliant on luck to progress. Games like Candyland and Chutes and Ladders, or Snakes and Ladders if you're from the UK like I am, are often pushed as ideal games for preschoolers, toddlers aged between 3 and 5. And I have a problem with that. In fact, not only do I think it's wrong, in this video I'm suggesting to you that playing such games with your child is likely to be detrimental both to their development and to their later appreciation of the hobby. Playing games has clearly been established as being crucial in the development of a child's thinking, learning and interpersonal skills. There are some excellent scientific papers out there, as well as numerous TED Talks on the subject, such as those presented by Brenda Romero and Gabe Zykerman, to name but two. But these are generally referring to games where meaningful decisions are being taken. If you've seen my previous video on what makes a good board game, you'll know that in my opinion, meaningful decisions is the most important criteria. The problem I have with games like Chutes and Ladders and Candyland is that they are exclusively games of luck. There is no skill involved, and hence no decision taking, meaningful or otherwise. Life is about choices, and learning to make good ones is critical to how we develop as people. If you make good decisions early in life, you usually have a better chance of an improved outcome later. In the same way, making bad choices, and you're probably likely to have to pay for them later too. Imagine if you worked in an office that ran on the rules of Candyland or Snakes and Ladders. No matter what you did, absolutely everything would be random in outcome. No matter how hard you worked, no matter how many hours you spent at the office, no matter what skills you trained for, your chances of being successful would be exactly the same as if you had not tried at all. How frustrating would that be? How pointless? How long would you stay in a job like that? What would your takeaway experience be from being there? Okay, so I'm being a little heavy-handed in my analogy. Am I really saying that playing Snakes and Ladders is subconsciously teaching our kids that winning or losing is just random? That making informed choices doesn't matter in life? Am I saying that playing games like these mean that later, when they grow up, they're going to treat all board games with the same disdain? Yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm saying. Alright, so games with no skill or meaningful decision taking are bad to play with your toddler. Well, what's a good example of a game then? Glad you asked. I think one of the first games we played with our kids when they were really young was Snap. Snap requires the development of pattern matching, and it's the simplest of decisions. Do I see a match and scream Snap or not? And one of the benefits of playing a game like Snap is that you as a parent can control the speed of your response. Sometimes letting your kid win is actually just as important as playing the game. Now, if there's not enough interest in there, then maybe something like Happy Families or Uno as they get older. Look, in truth, there are tons of really good games out there with some form of simple decision making. I didn't title this video 10 games that you should play with a preschooler or a toddler because that wasn't my intent. My intent was to just give you examples of games that are bad, and there are plenty of examples on the internet of good games with new good games coming out every day. As I finish up on my video here, I'd like to say two final things. First, I do need to state that I'm not a child development expert. I'm just a gamer parent who has more or less successfully brought up two gamer children. These statements made in the video are my own thoughts and reflections, but I hope the logic of my argument does make sense to you. And the second statement I want to make is that regardless of whether you agree with me or not, playing games with your kids is a must. Play as often as you can and revel in the learning, the bonding, and the fun you'll have in doing so. Until next time, YouTube, take care.